Welcome to Inside Out with Phoenix. Today we're talking about control. How to take control of your life, even if it means you have to hammer at someone. I love this thing, I actually love this thing. It's giving me what I want to hear. Okay, for violence sake, I have to keep this away from me. Sometimes things just don't go the way we plan. What happens when things don't go the way you plan? What do you do? Well, you feel like someone else is driving the wheels of your life and you're just in the back seat, frightened and afraid. Or you just don't feel happy, like you're stuck to a particular routine, to programmed setting. You're like a puppet in their hands and they keep playing with the strings. Somehow, we just don't understand anything, or you don't understand the things you used to believe in, you don't believe in them anymore. Maybe this is what happened when we grow older. We're just not as happy as we used to be. Well, that's a lie. That's not true. We can always be as happy as we used to be. Well, first of all, let's start at the very beginning. What is control? Well, to feel relevant, wanted, and needed if need be. To be free, not to be caged. To be able to choose and have a choice in the matter. At least when your life is being discussed. Not just being tied to a job, particular routine, lack of creativity. You just feel like, wow, days are going by and you see yourself like you're outside your body floating around and you have no say whatsoever of what happens. And you don't like what you say. I think there used to be a time when I felt like that. I call that feeling floating. I felt like everybody gets to say everything about how I should be, who I should be, where I should be, and when I should be there. But I didn't have a say in all this. And it seriously broke me to pieces. I feel every day I wake up in the morning and I look at myself. I see myself like I'm outside my body just floating around, looking back at myself, like down at myself. And I do not like what I see. And each time I feel weak, helpless. Nobody likes feeling weak. So feeling lack of control is like feeling helpless, feeling weak, feeling caged. That is what it feels to lose control. Now, why are we talking about this today? Well, understanding why you feel this way and how you feel this way helps us to understand the issues, underlying causes about why we feel the way we feel, and how we can get over it. Well, even if we can't, at least help us feel comfortable while we walk towards it to get control. Learning why you feel the way you feel and what is causing these feelings can help you to know how actions to take to make you feel better and help you, even if you can't help how you feel. Now, most times, this feeling of lack of control comes from anxiety. Now, anxiety is not bad. It just shows that you're thinking about your future and you are actually planning on where you're going to. You actually know where you are at a particular destination you're going. You're keeping track of where you're going to. But when anxiety gets too much, that is wow. Well, it's too much. Now, anxiety brings fear. And when it brings fear, this fear also brings out other feelings, like it triggers other feelings like sadness, frustration, which in turn leads to anger. And you don't know, we all both know that anger doesn't help anybody. Well, there's something called holy anger. Not everybody have it. And that's why I have this with me today, like in case of holy anger. But again, I can't hold this. I should keep it now. But I want to keep it here with me. I will just keep it with me here. Okay. Well, let's get to the causes, right? So most times, what causes this is excess stress. Have you ever watched a tug of war where you see two teams dragging a rope and pulling and pulling and pulling and trying to like see who crosses the line? Well, that's how it is when you are feeling stress. I said stress in life. It's like you're trying to keep everything together. Can I give you an advice? Sometimes it's fine if you let things fall apart. Well, you get to know if they are really worth it when they fall apart. You get to know their value. But here's the truth. When some things are not worth keeping together, like a toxic relationship or a stressful job, underpaid or even overpaid, you just have to know what you are losing and what you're gaining. Giving accounting to what you have in life, have an account for your life, helps you. Because here's this, believe it or not, whatever you're stressing over, somebody else can do it better. And you're not the only one that can do that. I know it's okay to always feel like, oh wow, if I'm not there, somebody else will not do it. Bro, somebody else would do it. And they will do it better than you did it. And they will do it splendidly perfect. So it's okay to take a day break, rest. Don't kill yourself because you want to achieve or keep everything together. Take a break. Let them fall apart. What is the worst that could happen? And then another factor which we should talk about, health concerns. For example, I think I heard a story of someone who was actually diagnosed of was it ulcer or was it cancer? Yeah, I think it was cancer. They was diagnosed of cancer, and sister was so frightened, and then she was showing all the symptoms of cancer. She was going to die very soon, getting thinner and thinner. And then when doing one of her prescriptions, she went back and then she found out that she doesn't have cancer. It was just a she was just a misdiagnosis, or I don't know how the medical people call that. It was a misdiagnosis for her, like it was a mistake. The result was not hers, but she was showing all the symptoms of cancer. And that's what fear does to you. When you are thinking about, you would even kill yourself before it even happens. Health issues, having sudden health issues, the best you can do is listen to your doctor. Yes. Take the proper medication, rest, and also think with a calm mind. Don't allow your head to carry you where you no go. Where you don't know. Keep trying to stay positive. And then another causes, again, which I would say, is relationship issues. So now this is one of the one I would dwell more on. Do you know that relationships, every relationship, be it relationship between a father and a mother, or as a husband and wife, right? Or relationship between a child and its parents, or a friend or relationship between your lover and you, it takes two people to be in a relationship. While you can control what you do in that relationship, you can actually control what they do in that relationship. So, yes, this, deal with what you can control. Some things are not worth it. I'm not saying some relationships are choice. Some relationships are just not choices. But you always have a choice, that's the truth. And some relationships are toxic. So I'm going to ask you, I think there's one thing I heard that someone told me, and it was very, very funny. It said, how long will you continue taking shit from people before you actually push them away? And the man probably answered was like, how long do you have to keep on taking poison before it kills you? So when it comes to relationship, you can give them a break. Move aside. If someone doesn't value you, let them go. It's hard though, I feel me too. I remember one time particularly when I actually saw a crush of mine, and this guy was like holding someone else's hand. I should have seen me fall apart. I actually I don't know how. Was I crying? I don't think I was crying, but I was in a bad mood. Okay, I cried. I actually did cry. I went back home. I didn't even go to work the next day. I told my boss, and oh, lovely. My boss was such a good person. She actually spoke to me. Anyway, last, I overcame it. And guess what? They were not even together. I said, where's my mind? But it taught me something. It's fine when someone is not into you. It's okay. Here's this. Just because you love somebody doesn't mean they deserve you. And just because I love you doesn't mean I don't deserve better. I deserve better than you. And yes, I deserve you, but that doesn't mean you deserve me. So move on, because there's always someone out there who would meet you, who would love you for who you are. So try and move on if you can. You always can. That's not if you can, you actually always can. I think another one is larger scale crisis. Larger scale crises are things like, let's say, epidemic, pandemics. For example, COVID-19 that happened in 2020, which 2029, 2019, sorry, 2029. Wow, that's funny. 2019, COVID-19. When COVID-19 happened, I thought the world was coming to an end. This was like the end of days they were speaking about. But yeah, it's proof that no matter what you're going through, it also has an end. This too will pass, because 2019 has passed, and it's almost, we don't remember it. Children are born right now and they don't know something like COVID-19 ever happened, because it will pass. So no matter how big a large-scale crisis is, let it pass. And then another one is work challenges. For example, I think I used to have a job where I go to work before 8 and then I close after 7. I love this job. But no, I'm not actually joking. I actually love the job because I actually love working. But along the line, I realized that I don't have a social life. I have nobody I talk to. I do this Monday to Friday. I only have Saturday. And that Saturday, I'm mostly just like cleaning up the house, or maybe I'm washing my clothes, or I'm just like resting and I don't feel like going out with anybody or doing anything. But I think I had to quit that job. Yeah, because it was taking too much of my time and my life. And as much as I love it, it wasn't really worth it. So that kind of job where you have and you don't have a life outside that job, that is just sad. It's not worth it for you. So, and then also personal tragedy, like lost, death, like losing a loved one or losing a job, those personal tragedy, or a breakup, losing money. That's like the biggest thing you can actually lose. I feel those things are things you should plan for, because they are inevitable. It happens. There's no assurance that it will not happen. It could happen and it might not happen, but death will surely happen. So we should always prepare for it. Not that we should be thinking someone will die anytime soon, so I should actually go and plan how I want to do some emotional stability. No, I mean, like, as we should learn to practice acceptance, because some things we can't control in life, and when they happen, we should learn to let go. Like I say, let go. Speak to someone. Sometimes we feel, okay, sometimes some of this special journey, for example, you're a victim of an attack. You get to feel, wow, I'm so afraid this can happen again. I'm so weak. This will happen again. Maybe you were raped, or maybe you were robbed. I know it. For a while, you have this fear, this trauma, and every other thing, like, oh, this could possibly happen again, because you feel helpless. But it could happen to anybody. So just seek out help and get over that. Don't allow that single event in your life to control your entire life. Knock it out the door and take control. But now, here are some tips that will help you to actually get yourself back together. Now, these tips are not cures. Don't blame me. They are not cures. They're not going to help you to overcome it overnight. No, but they're actually going to help you a little bit to actually feel better. Now, here are number one, self-care. Now, self-care is not being selfish, okay? It's not being selfish, but it's actually being selfless, because I think a useful me is a happy me. So, how do I make sure that I'm always useful to people? I am happy. So anything that will cause me not to be happy, we just get rid of it, okay? So self-care, you can practice regular exercise. And when I say exercise, I mean exercise, not just that one that you are jogging from here to junction and then you are buying buns and akara and milk, and who are you deceiving? I think there's one story I heard when someone said that he actually had this, it actually is my, I think it's I don't know how to explain the relationship we have anymore, because like it was a elderly friend of mine, husband, something. Anyway, let's not dwell on the relationship. What he did is that when he was trying to jog, and then he heard this passage in the Bible that says, "Only the wicked runneth when no man pursueth." And guess what he did? He went back home and he stopped jogging. And as long as so many people have that excuses, and it's just not. It's not worth it. Try do something. You don't have to be me. Okay, let me say me. I will not be caught doing any stress work, but you can try some things like take a stroll, a simple jog, like 5 sit-ups, 5 unaccomplished push-ups, See, I bet that's what I do. I cannot advise you to do what I don't do. So, but try and be better than me. Be better than me, okay? Another part of self-care is eating healthy meals. I don't know about you, but nothing makes me feel more in control than having a full stomach. Like healthy meal. Eating yam, onions, splash it in there with pepper sauce, garden egg sauce. There's so many kind of sauce you can use to eat yam. Or better still, bread with fried egg, carrots, green beans, all of them paste together and fry it and then press it inside the bread and toast it. Good times. But like eating healthy meal and then also having adequate sleeps. Sleep well. You can't be telling me that you sleep 2 hours in a day and you are wondering what is wrong with you. The ovulation people does not even have to like touch you again. You are already on your case. For once in a while, sleep. Nobody will die. Think about it. You're going to be dead for a very long time. So you now decide that you are not going to sleep because you know you're going to be dead for a very long time. No, you're just going to be dead quicker. You need sleep, adequate sleep. It helps you think more. I think there's a time when I actually had exams, so I was not sleeping for a long while. I think I didn't sleep for a space of 3 days. Can't see me almost running mad. I was just misbehaving, talking anyhow, like my hands were shaking and I was just insulting everybody. I was angry. I couldn't control my emotions. And my friend just came to meet me and she's like, come, let's go out. And she went home and she's like, come and see her, telling me, just come and sit down here. She just wants to go and buy me, I think, a tea. She wants to go and buy me Milo and tea. And just say, just take milk. I ended up taking only the milk jar and I just left. And come and see me in a very good mood after I woke up. Sleeping helps you. You can have at least 6 hours of sleep a day. You don't have to do it consequently, like continuously. No, just do like maybe you could take a 3 hours nap in the afternoon and then the remaining 3 hours in the nights. But just make sure that you are sleeping adequately. Okay? And then another one is engaging in relaxing activity. Listening to music, sleeping is a very relaxing activity. Not discussion about politics, about what is happening in the country, how Nigeria is going off where, or Nigeria is flying off a cliff, or your neighbor that is getting on your nerves. No. Relaxing, you should avoid those people that just come to give you gist, that just shoots up your hype, that just raises your blood pressure. No. Like having a discussion with someone lovely, someone worth it. You understand? It might be family member. I don't know what you're thinking, but someone, on the phone, maybe not. It can be on the phone. Yeah, it can totally be on the phone. So you can just have those conversations with people, relax, or go get a hobby, for God's sake. Like get something you do. For me, I write or I read, but I know that has passed in this generation. So try something like painting, something like cooking. I won't say cleaning, no, because some people don't think cleaning is very relaxing. But imagine you cleaning the entire house and seeing a very good place to lie down and the house is entirely clean. You are going to be so relaxed. But I guess it's therapy for some people. Some people it's just work. So find out that thing that makes you understand? That helps you in your self-care. And then also you can practice gratitude. There is nothing more annoying than trying to defeat someone that is always smiling. Like you just, wait, what the heck? I just did this to you and you were still smiling. What is wrong with you? I remember there was one child I was trying to flog back then. This child is so annoying, God. But as soon as you flog this child is back there smiling and doing that thing that you asked nothing to do again. And it was so annoying. But guess who got tired from the beating? I was not beating him like a bad person. No. Like, he deserved it, one. And also just like you spanking them. Yeah. But guess who got tired, Sha? It was me. Because like, I could not defeat that child. I just could left him, like, because he's always smiling. So I think if you have a attitude of gratitude where you are always happy, it's hard for the devil to get to you. Because you're already like a curse on your own. Since you're always smiling. I think if someone say, I taught someone to smile, and the person is just smiling anyhow. Okay, just be happy, be thankful, practice a life of gratitude. Always be thankful for even the little things that happen in your life. Be thankful. Like, okay, I had an accident today, but I didn't die. Thank you, Jesus. I am hungry today, but I ate in the morning. Be thankful. I lost my job, but I still have savings. Be thankful. But be thankful that you are alive, because it could have been you. So yeah, stay positive. Always expect things to turn up any moment now. Like things will always go up. Stay positive. And then also stay connected to family and friends. They have to be someone you can talk to, because you're not an isolatory being. You're a human, and human are relational in nature. And how are we relational in nature? We are relational in nature. We need someone to talk to. We need someone to hold, someone to relate with, someone who understands us. If not, we won't be fine. So always try to connect with family and friends, even if they are terrible, but they have a way of lighting up the room. They have the way of making you feel better. So try to always have your family around. Call. I know they are terrible, but just stay for the first 2 days before they start telling you to go and wash plates. Stay with them for 2 days and then move out again. You get? Or if you stay with them, well, yeah, there's always something about family, I guess. Another point again is change your perspective. For YOLO, you only live once. Try seeing things in a different point. Change is constant. So instead of you to be complaining, oh, this happened, just change your perspective, for God's sake. You're not, I don't know, Methuselah. Just like change your perspective. Okay, you are trying to do it this way, it didn't work this way. Try another way. It's the reason why we have plan B, for God's sake. Like, well, most people can't have plan B in some things, but change your perspective. See better and try better things. Like, okay, I'm trying to get into a relationship and it's not working. I just broke up with this one. Try practice single. Like, love your singlehood and try being alone. Try to love yourself so that you can actually love people. Because if you don't love yourself, you can't tell people how to love you. They just want to love you the way they know how to, because you don't know how you should be loved. But if you know how you should be loved, you know how you should not be loved. So you can tell them when to pack their bag and get out. I'm so educative, right? Yeah. And then control things you can change. Well, you can't control everything, but there are some particular things you can control. For example, how you react, how you get back up, how long you stay on the floor. Yeah, those are things you can control. Well, how you're going to take this one with your full chest. I don't know how you put. If you can break up with a person, if someone wants to break up with you, you can't control how make them stay. You actually can't make them stay. So just try to control what you can control, which is make sure you guys part in good terms. Let them go. And go and try and console. If you have to cry, cry. That is something you can control. Cry, and then when you are done crying, move on. Because there's always someone for everyone. No matter how terrible you are, live with that mindset. I'm not that bad and there's no one out there for me. And don't let someone tell you that nobody will ever love me the way I loved you. Nobody ever loved you the way I loved you. Like, thank God for that, because you don't even love me. And be confident in your decision. Stop trying to be perfect. Be confident in your decision. Do not try to be perfect. Everybody makes mistakes sometimes. You don't have to get it right. That's why we have a lesson and a blessing. Life is either a lesson or a blessing. You either learn or you're blessed. So be confident that, okay, I have to make a decision that, okay, I'm not so sure. Just make the decision. You will learn later. You don't have to get it 100% right. Well, you have to if you're a doctor. If not, imagine if you're a doctor and you only get like 99% safe. And then after it gets to like 1,000, you have lost like 10 patients. And then by the time it gets to 2,000, you have lost like 20 patients. And then by the time it gets to 1,000,000, you have lost like 1,000 patients. Wow. Yeah, you have to get it 90 if you're a doctor. But you don't have to get it perfect. You're not perfect. Trust that your decisions are right. You don't have to be 100% right most of the times. But try. You don't have to be perfect. Just do what you can. Trust that, okay, this is what I have. I'm going to try what I can. I try my best. And leave the rest for God. Another one is talk it out. Talk it out with people. Talk it out with family and friends, people you trust. Try therapy if you don't trust anybody. Some people don't trust anybody. Try therapy. Talk it out. And also, when I say talk it out, I don't mean talking to someone. It's a problem half shared. It's a problem half solved. Yes, but talk it out. I mean, in another aspect, it's like when someone is provoking you, don't just sweep it under the carpet. Don't just keep it inside. Don't just store it down and then let it be storing up and storing until one day it blows up in your face or blow up in their face. No. You can communicate with people. Tell them when they are stepping on your toes and when you are going to push them off a rock. Just like tell them to shift. Tell them to move. Tell them, okay, I didn't like what you do today. You can say it in a very, very educative manner, and I'm pretty sure they will learn from it. You can say it in a way that it's a threat and it's still nice. You know, like politely nice. I'm pretty sure you know how to do it. Just get the point there. And another one is stay positive. Stay positive. Pick a hobby. Find something that you love doing that relaxes you. Whenever you are stressed, whenever you are feeling okay, I don't have my life under control. Find something that relaxes you. It can be singing, it can be dancing, it can be writing, it can be going out and spending money on your friends. Please contact me. Yeah, just find what makes you feel positive. A quick review of the things I said you can do. 1, self-care. From exercising to eating to sleeping well, they are all under self-care. Another one is change your perspective. Try seeing from another point of view. There's always another way. Okay? And then also control the things you can control. Control the things you can control. Have confidence in your own decision. You don't have to be perfect. Another one is talk it out. Talk it out, even if you have to take it out. Like, talk it out in a nice way. Stay positive, think positive, and most of all, pick a hobby, a relaxing hobby. I told you that already. Find it, pick a hobby. Whatever hobby you like doing, if it's spending money, smiling, if smiling is your hobby, oh yeah, smile, continue until your job will drop. But pick a hobby. All these things are good for you, to help you, because sometimes you can't control the aspects in life of what happens, situations that comes up. We can't really control everything, but the things we can control is how we react when these things show up. So remember, life is not always going to be a bed of roses most times. Sometimes they have to be thorns, but just know this too will pass. So with that note, I leave you with take charge of your life, take control. And also, if you need me to get rid of someone, Yeah.